Hello, uh, hello students. So now in my earlier videos we have done about the properties of gases, the parameters which are there, which vary. The three main parameters which we did were volume, temperature and pressure, and the laws based on that, right? So the Boyle's law, which you have to memorize, it is the law which relates the relationship between volume and pressure when temperature is constant. You have to memorize the law and the Boyle's formula. Then in my next video, that is in the third video, I discuss the Charles law and the Charles formula. That shows the relationship that how the volume changes as the temperature changes, right? Now in both the laws, one variant is kept constant. That is it is either the temperature or the pressure. Now what would happen to the volume? What would be the effect on volume if both temperature and pressure changes, right? Simultaneously both are changing, so both would have some effect. See, if pressure is increased, volume would decrease, and at the same time you are heating the gas, also volume should increase. So ultimately what would be the final outcome? So that will be studying, that we can study under gas equation. That is, if both temperature and pressure change, then what would be the change in the volume? So that is covered under the heading of gas equation. Boyle's law, Charles law, and now finally gas equation when both temperature and pressure are changing. Let's study. So study of gas laws, the fourth class. So according to Boyle's law, volume is inversely proportional to pressure. According to Charles' law, volume is directly proportional to temperature. Both of these, if we take into consideration, directly proportional and inversely proportional. Now, we introduce the proportionality constant bring it on this side, it would be a constant. Now if there are two set of values, that is volume, pressure, temperature, it would be constant, and if it is another, then V2, P2 upon T2, both would be equal to the same value, so they can be equated because that is a constant, right? So what we get the value as gas equation. This is the gas equation. So this is the, what is the gas equation? Gas equation tells us what would be the effect on the volume in both temperature and pressure are changed simultaneously. So it gives the effect on the volume there. So what is the gas equation? V1 P1 upon T1 is equal to V2 P2 upon. Okay, so I'll just write down all the three formulas which are there. One is Boyle's law or Boyle's formula. Boyle's formula. Which is V1 P1 is equal to V2 P2, temperature constant, and the Charles formula. V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon, only three very simple formulas. Where temperature is constant, you will use this. Where pressure is constant, you will use this. And where both of those are varying, then we will be using gas equation. So now what our work is left is to do some numericals, right? So I will be taking numericals of your book and we will decide after reading the question, after copying down the values and all, which one would be the suitable option to do that particular numerical. So there are numericals given on page 123. on page 123 of your exercise, of your book. Page 123, additional problems, right? So in the additional problems, these are the additional problems. I'll take up, I don't remember which one I've already taken with your, I'm taking question number 3 and I'll read it. A fixed mass of a gas has a volume of 750 cc. You should have your books with you so you'll be able to follow. I'll not be writing the numericals now, I'll just read it for you. A fixed mass of a gas has a volume of 750 cc at minus 23 degrees centigrade and 800 millimeter pressure. Full stop. Calculate the pressure for which its volume will be 720 cc, temperature being minus 3 degrees centigrade. Now, if you read the question, see, first reading only gives you an idea that what all variants are given. So here they have discussed, taken all. Temperature, pressure, volume, all three are there. Then the second reading you get the values which are corresponding values, P1, P1, T1. So I'll be writing here 2 headings. Initial, final. Just like the other numericals which we did, same way. All the 3 variants are there, V1, P1, T1. This side, V2, P2, T2. Well, now I'll put the values. You have to be careful when you put the values. First one. A fixed mass of a gas has volume 750 cc. Has a volume 750 cc. At minus 23 degrees centigrade. Temperature minus 23 degrees centigrade. And pressure 800 millimeter. Millimeter of mercury, so I am writing. Calculate the pressure, that means this is not given, question mark, put the question mark in it. Calculate the pressure for which its volume will be 720 cc. 7 units should always be copied, you do math so much you should know. Temperature being minus 3 degrees centigrade. Why units should be copied? Because if it is given in cc's, then the corresponding, the other volume should also be always be in cc's only. If it is in liters, we'll have to convert, right? Conversion should, because in a formula, a particular variant should be in the same unit. Now, and always when you write temperature at the end. Because we cannot directly use this value, you know why? Because in all our numericals, we convert it to Kelvin scale. There are 2 main reasons why we convert to Kelvin scale. Kelvin, okay, I'll first add up, then I'll let you know. Plus 273, positive, negative, if you add, well, it would be 250 Kelvin. And if you add 273, you know opposite side, so it would be 270 Kelvin. First of all, Kelvin scale, minimum, smallest Kelvin scale value would be 0, and that is a hypothetical value, we cannot attain that temperature. So we'll never have 0 Kelvin. So in any calculation, these would not be 0, because if this is 0, well, you cannot solve it, right? Anything divided by 0, we cannot, it is not defined. So no 0 values and no negative values. All temperatures values in Kelvin scale are positive. That is why we always convert to Kelvin scale. Now what next? We write the gas equation. V1 P1 upon T1 is equal to V2 P2 upon T2. I have to find volume value of V2. So I'll change subject to V2 means bring all the other values to the other side. So it is V2 is equal to multiply, cross multiply, T2 should multiply and P2 should divide. I find this better, that change the subject and then substitute rather than substituting here. Right? Less errors, that's the only thing. Otherwise nothing is right or wrong. First change the subject and now substitute the values. Next step. V1 is 750. P1 is 800. 270. T1 is 250. And P2 is, oh, I made mistake. I don't have to find V2. I have to find P2. So I have to write P2 here. This would be V2. So V2 is 720. We have to find pressure. So it should be converted to P2. Alright. So let's reduce. Let me take some other color pen for reducing the values. 3 times. Well, 9 3 times. 8. So it is 3 into 3, 9 and 2 zeros. Pressure. Now you have to put unit. Don't just say 900. Incomplete. You lose marks. What? How much? Not 800 atmosphere or what it is. 800 millimeters. Whatever is a unit here, you have to put here. What is the second pressure? 800 millimeters is the pressure. If you write of mercury, well and good. 800 millimeters of mercury. That is the pressure of the gas under these conditions. Very easy, very simple numericals. You have to understand the language, put the values, whatever given, select the law out of these 3. There are only 3 very simple options: Boyle's law, Charles' law, or gas equation. Change the subject to the unknown variant, the one whose value you have to find out. Substitute the values, get the answer, put the unit. Final part would be to put the unit, right? So this is the third numerical. You will be doing all the numericals in your register. You will be writing Boyle's law and Boyle's formula, Charles' law and Charles' formula, gas equation, definition and formula, and then you will start these numericals. So I take up the next one, say question number 4. Fourth question. Good. Nice question. Oh, okay. Fourth question. I will not drop the entire thing. Maybe it would help me. Let's see. I'll read fourth question. What does it say? What temperature would be necessary to double the volume of a gas initially at STP if the pressure is decreased by 50%? Okay, I can take this. Finally I take this. What temperature would be necessary to double the volume of a gas initially at STP? Now you should remember STP conditions. STP, standard temperature and pressure. So standard temperature, we will take 273 Kelvin because we cannot take 0 degree centigrade. Centigrade scale we don't take. And for pressure, either in atmosphere or 76 centimeter or 760 millimeter. Anything, any of these, right? So the question is, it's question number 4. I'll rub it and I'll start from the beginning. I'll be taking some numericals, then you will be doing the numericals on your own. Okay. What temperature would be necessary to double the volume of gas initially at STP? Okay, question number 4, initial, beginning, final. Well, volume is not given, V1, P1, T1. Initially at STP, V2, P2, T2. Temperature I always write at the end because you have to add 273. So they are asking, once again I read, what temperature would be necessary to double the volume of gas? Whatever is this volume, this should be doubled, to double the volume of the gas. Initially at STP, this is standard temperature and pressure. If the pressure is decreased by 50%, Well, I will take, let the initial volume be X. Initial pressure 1 atmosphere. And STP I am taking. Temperature 273 Kelvin. What temperature is necessary to double the volume of gas? This would be 2x. Whatever unit you put, you can put. This is up to you because we are assuming. If the pressure is, last part, if the pressure is decreased by 50%, means it becomes half. So decrease by 50% would be half atmosphere. Orally you can do it, decrease by 50% means it just becomes half. That much percentage and all, you know, all of it. Well, both the parameters are there, so it is gas equation. P1 upon T1, P2 upon T2. Well, I have already taken Excel, so I have to change subject to T2, so I will cross multiply. Then it would be V2, P2, it is going there, P1, this would go down, P1. Alright, now substitute the values. V2, 2x, P2, half, all are multiplying, so we can directly put 2 in the denominator, no problem. T1, 273, V1, x, P1, y. Okay. This is reduced. So what is the temperature? 273. Temperature is how much unit? 273. In which unit it would be? Since we have taken in Kelvin, it would come as same Kelvin only, right? Now, if you change it to degree centigrade, from 273, you subtract 273, it would be what? 0 degree centigrade. Well, so what is the temperature needed? To double the volume of the gas if the pressure is decreased to half. As it is, we know if pressure is reduced to half, volume would be doubled. That means temperature need not be changed. So I will find that temperature does not change. It is 273 Kelvin. But you have to show this working and all. So this is how you do this question. Okay. One more numerical I will take up today. I will take up question number 6. Question number 6. Alright, let's have a reading of that. A certain mass of a gas occupied 850 milliliters, ml means it is volume, right? At a pressure of 760 millimeters of mercury. Volume is given and pressure is given. On increasing the pressure, it was found that the volume of the gas was 75% of its initial value. Assuming constant temperature, find final pressure of the gas. So this is a question in which temperature is constant. If temperature is constant, which one you will be taking? You will be taking the Boyle's formula, right? So you will be using the Boyle's formula, and let's do it. Question number 6. It says, okay, V1, P1, initial, final, V2, P2. Temperature constant, so it is Boyle's formula we'll be using. So a certain mass of a gas occupied 850 ml at pressure of 760 millimeter. 760 you know is nothing but 1 atmosphere, but we'll put same unit. On increasing the pressure, it was found that the volume of the gas was 75% of this. So we'll find 75% of that. So 75% of 850 cancels off. Okay. So 152. Let it be this only. Do not change it into decimal. 850, 1523. 15 into 85 by 2. This is the volume. I am not changing to decimal. There is no need because this is not a final answer. We have to find the final pressure. Boyle's formula. V1 P1 is equal to V2 P2. So what would be P2 equal to? V1 P1 upon V2. Cross multiply. V1 is 850. P1 is 760. V2, it's a fraction. So remember 15 into 85 and 2 would go to the numerator, reciprocal. 2 would go to the numerator. Well, this is 10. 2, this is 3. Now 3 it is not divisible further. 76 into 4. 4 6 times is 24, 2 in hand. 4 7 times 28 plus 2, 3 0 by 3. 1 0 1 3.33 millimeters of mercury. So what is the final pressure? This is the final pressure of the gas when the, see the condition, volume is reduced to 75, that is only 75% is left here, reduced to 75. So from here what is left? 75%. So when the word 2 is there, it is different, reduced by 75%, that means 25% is remaining. Reduced to 75% means 75% is there. So be careful about this, okay? So this is how you will be doing the numericals. So I have taken up different types, gas equation and how to handle the situation there. You have a lot of numericals to practice. We have 2 chapters for unit test, right children? So both the chapters I have discussed with you, and in my next video I will take a few more numericals which although all the type of numericals have been done, maybe just few more would be helpful to you, but otherwise your unit test syllabus is done. So you'll be practicing all this. Try to do numericals, all the numericals at the back of your book. It will be a big help to you. Alright children. So take care, practice the numericals. Once you have practiced and you're not getting, and if I discuss that numerical, it would, then you will be able to understand it in a better way. Right? Okay. Thank you. Take care. God bless you.